Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning. Well, first of all, this review is going to be very quick because this episode is honestly, it's really simple. And, like, the ending part was mainly filler. And I'm a huge Sanji fanboy, right? Don't get me wrong, right? Sanji's my favorite character. But filler's filler. And basically, the hurricane of love, the maelstrom of passion has now dissipated. And reality has sunk in. And guess what? Violet is working for Flamingo. Of course she is. Obviously. Duh. So, Sanji, I love you, but you were being played like a puppet by Flamingo strings. And that's the way it works. It's unfortunate. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Before I go any further. Okay, guys, what is up? One Piece, episode 639. One Piece! Wow. There we go. Now, again, as I was saying before, that's like the main gist of the ending part, alright? The thing here is, oh yeah, and the episode link is going to be in the description box down below on One Piece Official. Okay, there we go. Now, the main thing here is this, though. Sanji, I love this dude, but he gets no love in return. And he always gets hoodwinked, bamboozled by these females. And, I mean, the thing here is that I feel bad for the guy, but I have a theory that maybe one day in the future of One Piece, Sanji will actually take a woman. Either it's due to his own rage, either it's due to a certain situation, or something along those lines. But I have a feeling that one day in the series, he will kick a woman. And it's going to wind up leading to a certain character change within Sanji. Whether it's good or bad, I'm not too sure. It depends how Oda takes it. But Sanji keeps on getting bamboozled. And I'm sick and tired of Sanji getting bamboozled. But it's going to continue to happen in the story One Piece because that's the way Sanji operates, okay? He winds up getting bamboozled by these voluptuous females, right? And I can't say, because I don't know how Sanji would actually act when it comes to, like, grandmas or, like, ugly girls. Like, we're talking about, like, Catalina Donovan. Like, Big Ma'am. Like, would Sanji kick Big Mom because she is just nasty? Like, would he kick her? I don't know. Like, what was that one girl's name? In Thriller Bark. Like, the one people believe that she is, like, the daughter of Big Mom. What's her name? Like, the one who always wanted to get married, alright? Like, would Sanji kick her? Again, I don't know. I don't know. So, because he may have, like, a particular bias of, you know, body structure. Like, the iconic, typical hourglass figure that Oda draws for women. For a lot of women, you know, Vivi, Tashigi, Robin, Rebecca, Nami, like, so many of them. So, again, mainly filler in this. And then, by the way, the best one so far, by far, is Violet. Because Violet actually has balance. It's not just like all this, like just straight massive D cups and then just flat. No. That makes no sense. Alright, she has like D's and like she's actually like packing in the back too, which is good. Right? Oda actually gave her balance. As opposed to like Nami, who has zero balance. None. Zero. But massively top heavy. The thing here is this, again, it's mainly filler. And Sanji did do, it was massive overkill on the one dude. Like that one head filler guy. Massive overkill. Diablo Jumbo. And he sends him packing into the sky. So Sanji right now is in a predicament. But mainly it was filler. And I kind of have to downgrade the episode because it was mainly filler. I'll be very honest. Now, when it comes to the other stuff in the episode, first of all, fighting fish, huge, really freaking big, and they're not playing. The the iron guards, iron railing, nothing. It does nothing. The fighting fish that come in there, boom. I'm like, yo, they don't give a damn. Horns, and keep in mind, the little fighting fish in the Coliseum, they have nothing on Mommy and Daddy. Little fighting fish, Mommy and Daddy. They're huge. Alright? They're massive. Like, this is the fighting fish right here in the Coliseum, and the ones actually like in the coastal green bit are like the size of my arm in comparison. Like they're just massive. So the thing here is that Caesar Clown was able to actually, like, with his gas steed, after Law, you know, like, he's not gonna run away. I have his heart right here, yeah, and you know, I mean, because he's still a hostage. But god damn it, man, like this dude with one attack was able to vaporize one giant one that was coming towards them, and then another gas steed just exploded like a bunch of them. I'm like, yo, Caesar Clown. That was impressive. And the gas steed, I remember how Punk Hazard stated that the gas steed could actually, like, melt steel. No joke. Vaporizing these huge, massive fighting fish that, mind you, were able to actually, you know, dent, to say the least, dent iron guard railings. So, very impressive. And then we get to hear some people that took out a fighting fish. They said humans are here, let's run away. We get to see Greenbit. Greenbit, basically a giant garden. That's what it is, pretty much. And now the exchange is going to happen, or at least it's bound to happen, because that's where they're going to exchange Caesar Clown at a certain spot. And Law was actually conserving stamina for the moment of the exchange, because obviously Flamingo is a massive threat. So got to conserve stamina because got to make sure that you're in tip-top shape, as they say in Japanese, bean. So that's the way it is. I think it's ping. It's ping. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's move on. Now, when it comes to this part of the episode, all right, the Colosseum stuff. First of all, Luffy and Bellamy and Bartolomeo. Bellamy says, you know, after Luffy has said, because basically Bellamy was embarrassed that Luffy was cheering on him, and he lost. But it was still embarrassing nonetheless, because in that sense, they're not really like friends. They're not mates. However, Bellamy has noticed that there has been a change in Luffy, at least when it comes to his character and his power, and how he noticed how Luffy has very strong haki beyond its own. I can't say haki like good in the sense of the overall scheme of the New World, because so far Luffy only knows like the basics. Like he knows basic and Bunshoku, basic Busou Shoku, and Hao Shoku. We don't know where he lies particularly, but Oda did say that among the monster trio, he has the best Hao Shoku, and he strives. Among the monster, if you guys already know, Oda stated that among the monster trio, Luffy, he trends towards Hao Shoku being the strongest, Zoro is Busou Shoku, and Sanji is Ken Bunshoku. Now, how Bellamy pinpoints that, I'm not too sure. But he says, Straw Hat, who overhears that, Bartolomeo, and Bartolomeo, to say the least, is very intrigued. So, there may be some connection through a roundabout means when it comes to Luffy and Bartolomeo. Because nowhere in the story have they made direct contact. Aside from, like, well, no, not even now have they made, like, direct contact. So, it's probably through a roundabout means that Bartolomeo has an interest in Straw Hat Luffy. And finally, we get to actually see some of the character introductions of Block C. And Block C, like the main guys to win it are Kano Kuni. That's obvious, right? Don Chinjao. Nuff said. Sai and Boo. Kano Kuni. They have their own fleets. So it's very hinted that Kano Kuni is just like Wano Kuni, where they don't require the Marines. They have their own system of power. So, and people always wanna, well, no, let me not get to that now. But basically, very important to know. Also, we have the Funk Brothers, assassins. These two clowns are assassins. Then we have this guy called Ideo. He's like the New World Tournament style champion, so on and so forth. But the main thing here is this. Block C is looking impressive when it comes to the characters that are actually in there. Now, I know that when it came to the manga, a lot of people were actually complaining because they kind of knew that like the last two guys would be Chinjao and Luffy. But the thing here is that, keep in mind that these characters are going to be relevant at some point in time in the future. That's very obvious. Especially Hideo, because Hideo's from like some New World Tournament style fighting competition, and he's already a champion. So in the future One Piece, if they ever go to this area where there's like a tournament, Hideo, bam, boom, right there for you. So that being said, overall, the episode, I'm going to give it an okay. I wasn't going to give it a subpar, but I'm going to give it okay because I feel as if Well, no, I have a Sanji bias, alright? I have a Sanji bias, and because I have a Sanji bias, I'm gonna give the rating an okay. Because even though it's mainly filler, it's Sanji. And if you got a problem with that, I don't really care. So, rating's gonna be okay, and I will see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe as always. Peace! Have a nice day.